Besties of mine, I am so excited for today's sponsor because I am obsessed with their stuff, and the fact that this video is sponsored by them, I could die happy now. It is in fact Burga. Thank you so much, Burga, for sponsoring today's video. So basically, as you guys can see, Burga has phone cases, they have iPad cases, and you know what? I've been needing a new iPad case for the longest time, and I am so happy with this. Look how cute she is. Look how cute and girly and adorable. I could cry. With that being said, they launch products based on trends, okay? So they make sure it's gorgeous, but also durable and protective. And if I can convince you, let me just tell you that our mother, Taylor Swift, uses their product. So, need I say more? We all know that I love anything Taylor Swift, okay? So any chance I get to be sort of like her, I will take it. I am going for the sunshine vibe with my phone as of today due to the fact that it is spring, okay? And summer is coming up and it is time for us to get into our sunshine vibes. And we all know I love sunflowers, okay? Those are my favorite flowers. So of course, I had to find a case with a sunflower on it. A bunch of sunflowers. They represent me. And not only do I love it, does Taylor Swift love it, but TikTok also loves it because it is trending all over TikTok. And we all know we love a good TikTok trend, okay? I be buying things there left and right. What I love the most about these cases is that they're cute. I'm gonna be extremely honest with you, okay? I drop my phone very often and they have protected me thus far. But for me, the main thing is that they're adorable, okay? I want my phone to look cute, just like me. Anyway, so depends on what I'm in the mood for, I can change my case. Let's say I'm in the mood to be a little bit darker, but cute at the same time. We go bear. Let's say I want to go darker and moody, and I'm a Lana Del Rey type of gal, okay? We go cherry. Now, what if I am going to the beach? I don't really go outside all that much, but let's say that I am, okay? And it is summertime. Come on now. Another thing I love is they have fabric interior for the elite cases. Look at this. Protects your phone from all ways, you know? They are made on demand and there's a 12-month warranty. With all of that being said, if you want to join me and we can have some matching cases, you can click the link in my description and you can use code LarryX15 to get 15% off. But not only that, listen. Right now, you can buy 4 cases for the price of 2, okay? So let's say you have friends and family, as you hopefully do, and you buy them some cases. You buy one for yourself, you buy one for your mom, you buy one for your best friend, you buy one for your cat. I don't know what you do with your life, and I'm not judging, okay? And you pay for all of those for the price of 2, okay? Plus the 15% off if you use my code. So come on now. Click the link in my description, use the code, and let's match for the summer, for the spring, for the fall with our Burga phone cases and iPad cases. I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you so much, Burga, for sponsoring today's video. Hello, my shawty baes. Hello, my besties. It is officially mid-year. That's right, middle of the year. We're 6 months out and we have 6 months left to go. That's what middle of the year means. It's funny because I did this last year. I literally did this exact same joke last year. Like the exact same joke. I don't even think words were changed. Middle of the year. We are 6 months out, 6 months to go. You know what's a good thing? I'm always consistent. I'm always consistently annoying. Anyway, last year I did this tag right here, which is the mid-year wrap-up tag. I got it from my bestie, Sarah Caroli. Mwah! I love you so dearly. And I did it last year and it answered some questions. And so of course I'm gonna do it this year again, because like I said, one thing about me is I'm consistent. I'm annoying, I'm obnoxious, I am loud, and I am consistent with it. So we love to see it. At least I haven't changed. You know what I mean? Anyway, middle of the year, here we are. What a year it has been. And by what a year, I mean horrible. Just horrible. Tragic, some would say. But reading-wise, actually reading-wise also not so good. I haven't really been having the best reading time either. I fear 2024 is not for me. I'll try again next year. Anyway, I'm gonna answer some questions. They're gonna be in the description below if you guys would like to answer them as well. And I'm going to be going through some books I've read this year, doing a little mid-year wrap-up tag. You guys know the drill. I'm not gonna include like favorites of the year so far because that is a video that's coming up next week. I'm gonna do like favorite reads so far this year. So if you don't see some faves of yours in here, that's probably why. I don't wanna keep repeating myself with the same books. You know what I mean? Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God, you guys wanna see my sweatshirt? Let me show you. So it says love on it, right? That's not fun, but the back is what's fun. How am I supposed to turn around? Oh no, hold on. Look at the back. Do you guys see? It's book quotes. It's I love you in different book quotes. Look. Am I too far? Am I too close? Did you see it? I hope you saw it. That's my new hoodie, and I love her so. If you catch me sleeping with it, that's why. Anyway, let's answer some questions, shall we? Oh my God, my phone matches me too. Aww. Cute. Okay. Moving on. Oh my god, you know what's stuck in my head? Please, please, Sabrina. Come on, guys. Come on. Give it up for Sabrina Carpenter. That is stuck in my head. I'm just going back and forth between Good Luck Babe by Chappell Roan, Please, 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 Sabrina Carpenter, and okay, Close to You, but also Risk by Gracie Abrams. I'm going back and forth between all those songs, and then also Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie Eilish, and then Torture Poets, Taylor, of course. But anyway, it's been stuck in my head. Please, 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 don't prove I'm right. I beg you, don't embarrass me, motherfucker. Anyway, here we go. What are the questions for this? Let's find out. Best book of 2024 is our first question. Well, that's difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said, this year hasn't been kind to me, reading wise, personal life wise, just in general. It feels like the world said, Larry, sorry. But you know what? Trauma is what makes me funny. So bring it on, world. I'm just kidding. Stop. I'm sensitive. This is enough. Reading wise, I feel like I haven't really loved I've loved books. Don't get me wrong. I feel very strongly about the fact that I haven't had too many reads that have fully impressed me this year. I feel like last year I was so invested in books. Like there was back to back to back 5 stars. In fact, when I did the mid-year tag, it was hard for me to pick favorites because of the fact that I loved so many. I did like a top 10, which I'm gonna do again next week, like I told you. And it was hard for me to narrow down 10. This year, it's like I picked 10 so easily because of the fact that just there hasn't been many books that have got me, okay? But these 2 are definitely within my top of the year. It is A Love Letter to Whiskey and Funny Story. I wanted to pick 2 standalones. I didn't want to pick a series. So that's why I picked these. A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. I talk about this book enough, but this book pisses me off, okay? It has miscommunication, it has the cheating trope, has right person, wrong time. Literally, the characters will make you want to die. It'll make you just want to jump off a cliff and then let cars run you over back to back to back. But then for some reason, it puts you back together. I don't really know how to explain it, but that's how you know the writing is good. I feel like the writing just really got me. And every time I think about this book, I just get emotional all over again. And I feel those feelings. You know, when you think about a book and it puts you right back in the time you were when you read it, that's how you know it's special, at least to me. And I made a playlist for it and like I constantly listen to the songs and it just gets me, you know what I mean? All my books keep falling. What is going on? Come on now. Haven't I had enough? Enough. You stay put, everyone. Anyway, this playlist, y'all, let me show you. This playlist I made is called A Love Letter to Whiskey. I know, very original. And every song in here, like every time I listen to it, I think about the couple again. Like this, Anything for You. I know the house you grew up in, all of the names of your best friends. I spent the summer on your couch. I'm something so familiar, but you don't even notice. It's time that you should know this. Things that make you cry. Like, I feel this book again, just listening to that. And then The Last Time by Taylor. Just a little bit, y'all. We have to. This is the last time I'm asking you this. You break my heart in the blink of an eye. Oh gosh, what was I saying? Oh, A Love Letter to Whiskey. This is what I mean when I say a book that just gets you. When you think about songs that remind you of this book, it puts me back into that feeling that I was in when I read it. It is so long, but I regret fucking nothing. You have to read this version because this version has extra stuff in the end that if it didn't have it, I would have rated this book like 1 star. But because I had it, I rated it 5. So beware. It follows Jamie and B, and it is just right person, wrong time, back to back to back. They are in love the entire book, but can't seem to get their shit together. And I ate it up, okay? Messy? Sure. But I never said that I wasn't. So here we are. It's definitely one of my favorite reads of the year. I will not shut up about it until you read it. Unless you hate it, in which case, ignore me. And also I have to include Funny Story by Emily Henry because this is definitely one of my favorite This is definitely one of my favorite Emily Henry books as of right now. Like Beach Read is definitely #1 still. Like it gets me forever, right? But Funny Story. I don't know what it was about it, but it got me, okay? It follows Miles and Daphne, and it is the funniest story, okay? They essentially both get left by the person they're with, okay? Daphne has this fiance, she's about to get married, and Miles has a girlfriend, and they both get left, and the people that they get left from go with each other, right? You get me. And then they start kind of living together and fake dating. It is a whole thing, okay? You have to read it. Even if you don't like Emily Henry, I think you should give it a try. It is humorous, it is emotional, it is romantic. It has a little bit more spice than Emily's usual books, I think, but I don't really remember it having too much spice. Emily Henry usually doesn't do too much, but it's definitely not closed door from what I remember. It was just everything. I rated this 5 stars and I have not looked back since. I will definitely give it a reread before the year's over. That's how much I loved it. You know what this reminds me of? Okay. It reminds me of Nick and Jess. I think that's why I loved it so much, because it reminds me of Nick and Jess. Like Miles literally gives Nick energy of like irresponsible and like a little bit chaotic and all over the place, but you end up loving him and like he just lives his life and you're like, oh, you're so yourself, you know? And then Daphne reminds me of Jess in the sense of like she's very a go-getter and like very organized and, you know, is always there for people. But the only difference between Daphne and Jess is I feel like Daphne is very, very negative, whereas Jess is very, very positive. That's something I noticed that is a difference. I feel like they're flipped in that sense. Like Nick Miller is negative and Jess is like positive. But in this one, Daphne is negative and Miles is positive. But regardless, it gives me that energy. You know? You know. Funny story. This is the last time I'm asking you this. Best sequel of 2024. Okay, this is difficult because I haven't read too many sequels, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, sequels, I guess, would be like you read the first book last year, now you read the second one that just came out or whatever, right? I haven't read too many, but out of the ones I have read, I was highly impressed with this one, okay? Fierce Obsession by S. Mastery. I read this entire series last year, yeah, at the end of last year, which was Brutal Obsession, something else Obsession, Brutal Obsession, Devious Obsession. What is it? Brutal Obsession, Devious Obsession, Secret Obsession, and Twisted Obsession. Yes, they're right there, right there. Do you see them? Sure. That's the Hockey God series by S. Mastery, right? So I liked the series, but I wasn't obsessed. Like the first 2 books, did not like. I was like, no, the series is not for me. Too much, too dark, too much. But then the next 2 books, I was like, I kind of see it. I'm a little bit intrigued. So when I read this one, wasn't expecting too much. I was expecting like, maybe I like it a little. Never gonna think about it again. No, I really liked it. I was highly impressed by this one. It's definitely my favorite in the series. So I would say this is my favorite sequel so far this year. Hopefully we'll have more, but I cannot guarantee because this year has not been going well for the reads of the Larry. Me, I am the reads of the Larry. Larry has been reading, but Larry has not been enjoying. Larry has been living, but Larry wishes she was not. That's not funny. Let's not. I remember This Follows Knox in Aurora and it's dual POV and essentially they are married and he doesn't want to give her a divorce and it's like a second chance romance. Marriage of convenience, a little bit forced marriage in a way, and it is really, really dark. Search up your trigger warnings for this entire series, but this is definitely my favorite. I even have a signed copy. That's how much I enjoyed it. Ready? 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 Are you ready? Are you ready? To Larissa. That's me. I'm Larissa. Anyway, yeah, ate it up. Ate it up, left no crumbs. Speaking of, I'm hungry. What am I gonna eat today? Giant wants to try Carrabba's, but listen to this. Literally like long ago, when I was but a child, I went to Carrabba's once and it disappointed me so bad that I never went back. But now I feel like I should try again. You know what I mean? Everyone deserves a second chance, I guess. So Carrabba's is getting a second chance from me, but if I hate it, Giant will never hear the end of it. Moving on. 3rd question. New release you want to read. Okay, immediately I have an answer for this because I just got my hands on this little baby and I want to binge it. Leather and Lark by Bren Weaver. I read, what's the first one? Blackbird and Butcher? I read no, that's not it. Butcher and Blackbird. I read Butcher and Blackbird last year and I ate it up. It's 2 serial killers and falling in love. Need I say more? Serial killers deserve love too. Okay. Anyway, with that being said, I want to read Leather and Lark. This is the 2nd book in the series. First one follows one brother, the second one's gonna follow the next one, and then the 3rd one's gonna follow the last brother. Yay, it's gonna be a trilogy. The Ruinous Love Trilogy. Sure. I had never heard of Bren Weaver before, but I read that book and I loved it, and I feel like she has other like serial killer romances. I will be reading those eventually. Anyway, this is Lachlan and Lark. He has to marry her and they can't stand each other. Oh, so we have an enemies to lovers and marriage of a kind. Marriage of convenient marriage. Yeah. Enemies to lovers, dark romantic comedy. I love me a good dark romantic comedy. You know what I mean? And I love me some stuff that has trigger warnings. And look at this. Look at the amount of trigger warnings. I'm intrigued. Shall we read them? Let's do it. Here are the trigger warnings. Eyeballs. What the fuck? Eyeballs, but not eye sockets. So you're welcome. Teeth and tooth byproducts. What do you mean? Like toothpaste? Like a toothbrush? What do you mean? I might have ruined pizza and beer. Also smoothies. Still not sorry. What do you mean you ruined? I don't care about beer. I don't drink. But pizza? What do you mean you ruined pizza? I'm not a big smoothies gal either. Anything healthy? Ugh, I don't want it. But pizza? Snow globes? Why is snow globes a trigger warning? Auto cannibalism. What? Numerous weapons. Severed fingers. Thought it said severe fingers. Like the fingers are so severe. You might have new thoughts about crafting with epoxy resin. What's epoxy resin? Vehicular collisions, drowning in various forms. Okay, what's epoxy resin? It's including for metal coatings, electronics. Oh, interesting. Okay. And what's auto-cannibalism? Auto-cannibalism. Auto-cannibalism, also known as self-cannibalism, is the practice of eating parts of one's own body. What? What? Girl? What? It's weird that that didn't stop me from wanting to read it. Leather and Lark, one of my most anticipated releases. I'm very excited. It just came out, so I must read it soon. I will. Stay tuned. I heard the audiobook is good. Maybe I'll listen to it. Most anticipated release for second half of the year. Now listen, second half of the year. Is second half of the year, does it count July? Because all of my releases are in July, the ones I'm very excited about. And it's also my birthday, July 21st. Mark it on your calendars. Wish me happy birthday. You better wish me happy birthday. I don't like my birthday. Let's move on. Anyway, Play Along by Liz Tomford comes out July 11th. This is definitely the one I'm anticipating the most. Then we have The Fucking Wrong Man comes out July 19th. Very excited for that. Wild Eyes, September 3rd. Daydream, August 27th. And then Lost and Lassoed, November 5th. There you go. Those are all my most anticipated releases. Are they gonna be good? We don't know. They could be disappointments, but we're gonna hope for the best, but expect the worst. That way you're never disappointed. Biggest surprise of the year. Okay, so I'm guessing this could go either way. It could either be a good surprise, like you didn't expect to love a book, but you did, or you expected to love a book, but you didn't, whatever. My biggest surprise, like I don't think this is gonna be topped, it is Taming Seven by Chloe Walsh, because, let me explain. The Boys of Tommen series is my favorite series of all time. As you guys know, my favorite series. I love it. I would die for it. I would kill for it. Those characters are family to me. You talk shit about them, you talk shit about me. I will take it personally, okay? So I thought Taming Seven was gonna be 5 stars and it wasn't. And I think that is my biggest shock and biggest surprise. It definitely wasn't lower than a 4. It was a 4.5. Still loved it, but that's because I'm biased towards the characters. If I was a person just going into the series now and I'm not at all biased towards any characters, I'm not at all invested, and I'm just reading them, and I read them like back to back, and then I read Taming Seven, this would be like a 3 for me. That's how like not living up to the other ones it was. But you know, because I'm so How I Met Your Mother. Anyway, because I'm so invested, I can't rate it any less than a 4, so it was a 4.5, but it's just very shocking that this was not a 5, because every single other book in that series has been a 5-star for me. So I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. That's how sad this makes me. Claire and Gibbsy deserve another book. They deserve another book. Chloe Walsh, if you're watching this, they deserve another book. Moving on. But I am highly disappointed about that. Next up, we have favorite new author. Okay, I have 2 for this. This is not really like, I don't know if they're gonna be favorites because I haven't read too many, but Ella James wrote Wrath. Now here's the thing. Let's talk about this for a second. Is her name Ella James? Or is her name Eloise James? Or something? Because look at this, okay? Let me explain my theory. So on Goodreads, her name says Ella James. And on like the cover of some books, it says Ella James. Do you see that? Ella James. But then, get this, on some of the books, like this Wrath cover, ready? This special edition, it says Ellis James. Do you see that? So is her name Ellis or is her name Ella? The world may never know. I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's Ella. Sure. But anyway, she wrote Wrath, which is the very first book I read by her and the only one I read by her. But my mom made me read it, and now I feel like I'm going to enjoy every single one because her writing is very detailed, I will say. I didn't really love that. There's a lot of details, and I feel like the book could have been way shorter, but she really impressed me with the style and like the way she got me gripped in the story, and I'm definitely going to be reading more by her. So Ella James is one, and another one is also an author my mom showed me. She's going to get a big head from this. Eureka, you have great taste, okay? But you made me, so of course you have great taste. Anyway, T.M. Fraser, okay? She wrote the King series? Yeah, King and like Bear and Preppy, like they're all a motorcycle gang club. I'm reading it right now, and I am so in love with her writing, with her characters, with everything. So T.M. Fraser is definitely an author I want to read more by. So those two thanks to Eureka. Shout out Mama Eureka. Newest fictional crush. Okay, this is easy. The Bad Boys. Come on now, okay? I read all of A Court of Thorns and Roses in January. I did a reading vlog. If you guys want to go watch it, go right ahead. I'm not stopping you. Part 1 and 2 are up. Watch it. Anyway, The Bad Boys, okay? We've got Rhysand, we've got Azriel, we've got Cassian, and I would die for them. Enough said. There it is. I feel like nobody's gonna question me about that, right? We all have fictional crushes on them. We all want a good wing around our bodies. A good, you know, the bigger wingspan, the bigger the, yeah, we're gonna move on. That's inappropriate. Kids are watching this. Kids are probably not watching this. What are they gonna learn here? Go watch Barney. What was I saying? Question number 1. Book that made you cry. Okay, easy. Again, Magnolia Parks, Into the Dark. I just procured this copy. For some reason, I didn't have the copy. Not for some reason, I know why. Because they changed the covers halfway through the series and I couldn't get the other cover because it's only in the UK, and that made me want to die and throw up and cry. But I ended up just getting this one because I could not have this book on my shelf, so. But I really wanted this cover. This is the one I wanted, but I'm not gonna get it. So I guess I'll deal with this one. I hate these new covers, they're so bad. Like they give nothing of the series. Like what is that? It's just feet. It's just feet. What is this giving? It's giving nothing. Anyway, we're gonna move on. This book made me cry so much. If I read this book again, I don't think I could survive. It deals with so much sadness. I don't want to spoil it for you, so I'm not going to tell you anything, but it's the last book in the BJ and Magnolia trilogy. Read it at your own risk. It's Magnolia Parks, and then Magnolia Parks Long Way Home, and then Magnolia Parks Into the Dark. Long Way Home is definitely my favorite, number 2. It just got me, but Into the Dark is a close second. Sobbed. Tears were there were so many tears left to cry. Ariana did not understand when she said there are no tears left to cry, because there were many tears were left to cry many times. There are no tears left to cry. How does that song go? Why is that? There are no tears left to cry. No tears left to cry. There are no tears left to cry. Wait. That's how it goes. Hold on. There it is. State of mind. Ain't got no tears left to cry. So I'm picking it up. Loving, I'm living, so we turn it up. Anyway, I always have tears left to cry. I'm a Cancer. What are you gonna do? Ariana's a Cancer too, so she has many tears left to cry. She lying, Your Honor. Anyway, next one is a book that made you happy. This book brought me such joy. The Favor by Suzanne Wright. This is my first book by this author. I'm definitely gonna be reading more, because this book made me giddy. Like, I was happy the whole time. This is a marriage of convenience. This is a forced proximity. This is a fake dating, boss employee. It's everything you would want and more. It has every trope, and it was so good. The communication in this book was insane. It follows Vienna, and it follows Dayton in Vienna. Vienna waits for you. Slow down, you do it fine. You can't be everything you want to be before your time. You see, this is why you guys subscribe. You know what I mean? You don't just get a video. You also get music. You get a concert experience. You're welcome. Anyway, I loved this. It was so funny. It was so fluffy. It had the best communication. It was just one of those books that got my mind off of everything, which is perfect in my opinion. So, The Favor, Suzanne Wright, definitely made me very happy, very giddy. Most beautiful book this year. Okay, I have two special editions that I got in my hands. I didn't want to put the ones I designed because I feel like that's a bit too on the nose, you know what I mean? So we're just gonna show other ones. I have these special editions of the Chestnut Spring series that Elsie gave to me. Look at this. I love Elsie so dearly. Look at that. Flawless, heartless, ooh, powerless, reckless, my fave. Yes, and then hopeless. These special editions are so beautiful. I don't think anything will ever be more beautiful than these editions. They just, wow. You know what I mean? So there it is. It was like for an event exclusive. I don't think that you can get your hands on it anymore. You might be able to find it. I'm not really sure. So I'm sorry, but here it is. Thank you, Elsie. Mwah! Most prized possessions. Yes, if you want to break into my home and try to steal it, come at me. And then these that I just received, I bought these, okay? I bought these in October of last year, and they just arrived at my house today. Make it make sense. It took so long. Anyway, look at that. Look at that. It's the Souls trilogy by Harley LaRue, one of my favorites. And look at these editions. Oh, look at that. This is Her Soul to Take, Her Soul for Revenge, and Soul of a Witch. Oh my goodness. And the inside's beautiful. There's like things right there. Look. I think it's signed. Oh my God, it's signed too. How cute. And the inside, look. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You know that monkey meme that's going around from Planet of the Apes? Oh, wow. Oh no, it's oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You know? If you don't know, then now you know. Anyway, there it is. My most prized possessions as of right now. Here they are. Clearly, I don't live a very exciting life if these are my most prized possessions. We're gonna move on. Last question is book you need to read before the end of the year. I only put one here because it's a whole series, and if I read this series, I will consider myself accomplished, okay? It is the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J Maas. I finally read ACOTAR, and you guys have been begging me to read Throne of Glass, so I would like to. I don't know, okay? I just picked this one up because it says Throne of Glass on it, so I figured it was the best way to show it. I have the whole series. I will read it eventually. Is it over? I hope it's over because ACOTAR's not over, and I only found that out as I was reading it. Highly don't recommend doing that. Anyway, Throne of Glass, I don't even know what the story's about. Selena? I've never heard of this woman before. It follows Selena? Why did I think it followed someone else? I've never seen this name. What? Selena. Oh my God, this is in second person? Third person? This is in third person? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Throne of Glass. If I read this, I'll be more than happy. Also Zodiac Academy, but mainly Throne of Glass because I feel like that's the one you guys want me to read the most. But if I could include another one in this answer, it would also be Zodiac Academy. There you go. Yay! There's our mid-year tag. There are my answers to every question. I will leave them in the description below if you guys want to answer any. Again, thank you, Bessie Sarah, for coming up with this tag. I love you dearly. I'm very excited to do this at the end of the year, and then we'll see if my opinions have changed and if like there's anything new. Because like I said, so far my reading journey this year has not been it. It really has not. But it's been, at least. I'm here. Soundly. Anyway, I love you guys so much, my beautiful besties. Answer the questions in the comments below if you guys would like. I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you for being here.